Charlie, take 4. Speed.
And set.
Action!
Dude. What? The greenhouse is jumping and it's calling our names. Well, you gotta go. I can't go by myself. Look at me. You promised, man. Oh, well. You can go now, man. I'll check out some coffee over there. Like 5 minutes.
Cut! We scouted a ton of different colleges. Western Illinois, Eastern, went to Northwestern, U of I, UIC, on and on and on. And when we came to Northern, the one thing that really keyed us into Northern was that when we got here and we asked for a little bit of help from people, everyone just dove in and wanted to help us out. I mean, it was unbelievable how many people really just bent over backwards to get us to shoot here. And then we're only an hour from the city, so some of the other schools like Western, 5 hours away from the city, we wouldn't be able to run film back for dailies. It'd be just really tough. So we're pretty close to the city. People can go home when the day is off, and it's just a nice overall look of the campus. It's not too Ivy League-ish, but it's not too Midwestern. It's just somewhere in between. You got the old side of campus, which looks very, very like Harvard, which is really nice stuff. You've got the newer side of campus, which is modern and kind of hip. It was just like perfect overall, and I think that the people like Dan Bingley and Bob Hufstedler, guys who really bent over backwards to help us out, was the main reason why we ended up choosing Northern.
It's a good choice because it's isolated and we're able to go from place to place and not deal with city parking and all that stuff like that. But it's been great. I mean, when you're shooting on location, you always have a different kind of cohesiveness within the crew because we're getting up together and waking up, eating. Every minute we spend is together, and that it can be good and bad. This university has been helpful from the get-go, from the administration down to the students have been helping us. And you got to realize that making a film is one of the hardest things you can do in the world, and you need an insane amount of organization and communication, and it just doesn't work without it, and everybody has been so helpful. You can't make a movie without that, especially when you don't have $1 million in your back pocket to hand out every 5 minutes. So it's been great. I think everybody's really enjoyed it, and I think the university's been very accommodating, and without that, this film couldn't be made.
We met representatives from the school at a luncheon at the House of Blues, Bob Hufstedler from the Career Internship program, and a couple of other co-workers, Dan Bingley and Casey Bozek, and they were hyping NIU, and we were just in the process of looking for schools to shoot at, and this was the perfect opportunity because once we came out here and saw everything that it had to offer, and on top of it, the people were really nice and receptive to having us invade their school. And obviously there's things that it works out a little bit for both of us, but I think we're getting the better end of the deal. I mean, because this is a beautiful backdrop for us. And, all the locations that we could have dreamed of and more, we were able to find here. There was a couple locations that we said, hey, we love this building, we need to use this in the shot and tailor the script around that, as opposed to not finding what you want and having to make sacrifices. It was the opposite of it, so which was great.
I think a good director is a lot of things. People look at Francis Ford Coppola and say, here's a great director. I mean, he makes great films with great actors and great stories. You look at Robert Altman, here's a great director, makes great films, great stories. And they're right, and those guys are great, Another one, James Foley, great films, But the thing is that a lot of directors coming out of film school tend to watch these movies and say to themselves, the way to make those great movies is by being a control freak, and by yelling and screaming, and by demanding things, and not allowing other people's opinions on set, and not allowing other people to bring things to the table. And you know what? In my personal opinion, that's the complete wrong way, because you're never 100% correct. You're never a genius, you know what I mean? You may attain this level that Francis Ford Coppola has, or Martin Scorsese has, or Robert Altman, or James Foley. You may attain that level after you've done 20 years of films, okay? Or the rare, once in a while, you know, Citizen Kane, where you do as your, you know, one of your first films, and it's a genius piece of work. But for the most part, most directors are not geniuses. And so the best thing a director can do is to basically ask for help, whether it be help from the actors, you know, bring something to the table as your character, or from the crew, bring some ideas for the shoot. And I think, in my opinion, a good director is someone who's kind of like a father figure, who can get along with everybody, be there for everyone to answer any questions, to admit when they don't understand something or don't know anything, and just sort of be the glue that keeps everybody together. More so than the guy who picks the shots and calls the action and cut. You know, it's important to know your shots and have a purpose for things. But for the most important thing in filmmaking is to just be there as sort of the guiding figure, you know. And I don't know if you've talked to the actors or not in the interviews, but they may say, you know, doesn't even seem like he's a director because he's just so laid back and just, oh, whatever, you know. But in actuality, that's the whole scheme of things. That's what I'm trying to do so that they feel comfortable all the time, and it brings out a performance that I've never would have expected, you know.
I go, man. I can't go by myself. Look at me. You promised, man. He says, as he says, you're gonna do that, man. Do this. I'm gonna slap. Can I do that on a spank?
Yeah, do the spank, man. Like, great.
Okay.
It'll be great. Do like, it's like just like this, like, like the perverted Macarena, like. Then hump the wall. Be great.
It's been fantastic. David Miller, great producer, busts his butt, and Adrian Foley, the director. This guy's fantastic. He's a pleasure to work with. You know, he knows a lot. So it's cool, man. I'm having a blast.
Have you worked with Adrian before?
No, I haven't. This is our first time, and we're very intensive. You know, working with each other. It's 15, 16 hours a day, every day, because I'm in every freaking scene, and he's there every day too, every hour of every day. So, gotten to know him very well.
We were driving home from the editing house one day, and Adrian was telling me a story about how he was experience he had in college, and we just kept on talking about college, and I never went away to school, so I was really, you know, curious, and this was just conversation. And then later on we decided that, gosh, that'd be a great idea for a film, and we wanted to do something for our second film together that was a little less serious, a little less emotional and personal, and something that we think would be a lot of fun for people to watch. So we settled on The Language of Love.
Is that okay? Okay, here we go. Ready?
All right, what's that here?
And action.
Sheena,
Yeah.
can I talk to you for a second?
Tom? Forget it. It's not Tom anymore.
Forget it. You're good. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, good.
See, I want her to pass and I want to be on him and close up.
Okay. So let's try the ending. So it's from you guys leaving the desk. Is that the right speed? I can't see it. Is that the right speed?
I mean, everybody, just like you have different acting styles and different personalities, same with the directors. But when you do find a really good match, like, that's when I think when the actor and the director, they sort of have a marriage. They're thrown together into this very intimate situation, and you know, and it's all about making it work, you know. And so you find different ways of working with different people.
And guys, have a good time, right?
Okay.
Saturday night,
Yeah.
right? So my theory is whenever I go to a party and something bad happens, I come home and eat biscotti bliss ice cream.
You mean like chocolate or ice cream?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Can we go, someone go around and get a thing of Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, cookies here. Just like,
have to go
or
anywhere.
something that we
I
could
think ice cream, like just like one of those small like Ben and Jerry's
Yeah,
type
yeah, and
ones,
like
you
the
know?
two of us could both be eating
sitting
from
down, I
it,
think,
you know? Just like,
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt you guys. If we could see you guys just standing in the general areas that you're gonna be over there, we might have to raise the bed and stuff like that, and just for lighting. So if we can just see you guys in there for 30 seconds, and you guys can come back in here and reverse. We just want to get a general feel for the motion that you'll take on, you know, different.
He's a terrible director. I don't think I'll ever work with him again. Now, Adrian and I are real similar, and I think because of our similarities, it was real easy to work with him. I don't think that he was, you know, ever in the back of my mind when I was ever going, God, man, why is he a director? Because he's awesome. He's got it together. I wish him the best.
Here we go. And you're gonna tap Ray for the dolly cue.
Yeah, he knows his cue.
Okay, here we go. Ready? And action.
No, I was gonna write her a couple poems, you know? No, it's been training, not too many cards.
All right. Okay, on account of Thanksgiving and quarter drafts all night, I can tell you what, hereby demand a toast. Molly, thank you so much for giving me reason to survive. Hey, raise it up.
Boys, though I'm not drinking beer tonight, I can remember all the times that I did drink with you ladies, so I'd like to raise a toast to Arnold and his inspiration. To Arnold!
And, regardless of how much we drink, I'd just like to give thanks to the fact that we...
Here!
Yes. And hey! I would like to make a toast and thank all the Republicans for making America what it is today. One great country.
Beer's better than you are.
Hey, that's worthy of a hear.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Here. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and I just like to give thanks to you guys. You guys, make us really welcome. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man, that is
It's touching. I can touch it. You're like, no, guys, really, come on. I've had a lot of fun. And you guys, I really appreciate it. You guys are really great friends. And here,
man on the time.
to my roommate, greatest friend on earth. Happy Thanksgiving, Andrew. All right, shut up, guys. Quiet down.
Where's the wall?
Hey! Come on. No. I'm just kidding. All right, seriously. Look, I'll tell you what. I want to say thanks to Joe. He's an all-around great guy. Raise the glasses. Let's go.
Hey.
And I'll tell you what.
Correcting note number 2.
One day, he's going to get laid. Well, so.
Technically, I consider myself fairly decent at directing, but when it comes to directing actors, I don't know the lingo. I don't know the terms that they're used to hearing in stage and other theater aspects. So I just go up to them and say, look, this is this deal. You're this character, and you're this character, and this is what the scene's about, and this is how you should feel here, and then from that point, bring what you can to the character. And they're all professionals, and they're all killer actors from around Chicago, and they did. And there were a lot of ad-libs, and I think the best way to make a movie is to let everybody bring what they can to the table. Whether it be actors or crew, it doesn't matter. Just bring what you want to the table, and we'll take the best stuff. If that means, a couple ad-libs here and there to make the character funnier, great, do it, Don't even ask, just do it. That's, if that means as a crew member you think that you should throw a specific light here or maybe a lens on there because you just think it'll look better than what was originally on the script, do it, man. Make the film better.
I've learned a lot on this production, and I've learned a lot about not as much the behind the scenes as far as production, like with renting equipment or getting deals on things. I think I've learned a lot about that. I think I've spent a lot more time thinking about, all right, how do I have the best of both worlds and get what I want for the production, but also, you know, do it in the best way possible. And I think working with people, working on the people skills to try to get that was something that I've learned a lot on this shoot. And you know, it's going to be different every time. I think that, you know, since you work with different crew, different cast, that's what I love about movie making to begin with. Is like, to me, my job, people may look at it as not being the most creative job in the world, but every film is totally different, and you just can enjoy it so much if you let yourself. And so I don't take things quite as seriously as I did before. At least it may look that way, but deep down, I know that there's a lot riding on this. So, you know, I try to enjoy it as much as possible, but at the same time, I just I want to enjoy it as it's happening, as opposed to just enjoying it when you look back at it and say, that was a great group of people I was working with. I wish I would have spent more time with them. I wish I would have, you know, I wish I would have hung out. I wish I would have, you know, been not as focused on business, because in the past I've done that, and I really have regretted not, you know, not being quite as part of the group as I could have been if I would have let myself go a little bit. So. Steve, in about 10 minutes we're going to leave, me and you and Mark and probably Will Carpenter. We're going to head back early because we're going to head pop up the car.
Well,
David is the consummate producer. He's always producing, and that's what you need. That's what he is. He is a producer to the bone, and he's fantastic at that. He got us some killer Kodak stock, and he got us some great locations and these townhouses to stay in, and he got us a great cast and crew. And as far as producing goes, I don't think anyone around Chicago can get a film made for what we can afford to make a film and have it look as good as it does and have it come out as great as, other than David. He's like the only guy I know that can do that. And he's really good at problem solving too. You know, when we come into a problem and, oh my God, we need somebody to solve this problem, David's right there, and he's on the case. Yeah. And him and I have worked together for many years now, so I mean, him and I are really good buddies, and on a social level as well. I mean, I could go off about how good friends we are too, and it just helps to have that relationship built in when you go to do a film. And it's nice because David and I, we like to talk after each day's shoot and have a little meeting, and we did that every time in 3 days, and it helped out a lot. In this film, we didn't have as much opportunity to do that, but we didn't need to either, because he was doing such a great job at what he was doing as a producer, that everything just flowed and moved along on its own. You know, we didn't need to be sort of hanging over and watching things and keeping a tight grip on it, you know.
This is my first time working with Poya. And my first time. As you can tell, I have a lot of fun on this set. And my first time working with Adrian, and it's been a great experience. It's been really, really great experience. Yeah. They're very organized and very efficient, very professional.
Good morning. It's now 6:30, November 7th. We're outside NIU football stadium here. We're shooting The Language of Love. And today we are shooting in Gilbert Hall with Shayna and Elkie. So...
We had a bunch of new crew members, the grip department especially, and these guys just bust their humps, and I just was beside myself with amazement. These guys worked so hard. They stayed up late every night unloading and loading the trucks, and then they would get up early and be there, first guys on location and lighting up the scene.
camera, or...
Our art department was in some ways 10 times better than we had for 3 days, but only in the fact that we had more to work with, you know. And I'm not saying it was because the people were more talented. Most of the art department people were the same as we were in 3 days, but they just had more stuff to work with. More, there was more people involved in it.
If you have a really fine exact blade that you can take it off that way too.
But it's different color. And I don't feel like watercoloring would be. What do you know? Tell me.
Yeah.
I need to make an emblem of this part.
I'll be some guy named so-and-so call it right.
Why don't you make one?
I don't want to make it. I have terrible handwriting.
Mine has all the same handwriting.
I got one. I have one.
Make sure it's got a match that previous shot.
Yeah.
Would it be like practical timeline for us to actually get
I don't
Copy it.
It wouldn't be practical.
What kind of filters are we putting on?
I think that overall, you always hope that your second film in all levels is going to be better than your first, because you learn from your mistakes in all things. But we had so many crew members returning from the first film onto this film. Our sound department, our camera department, director, a couple of the actors, the art department had some same people. So, I mean, you know, a lot of people had taken that experience off the first film and built that experience onto the second one, and that's why it was better in that respect. Michael is brilliant. He's one of those guys who's naturally gifted. A lot of people need to go to college and study and get a master's degree in cinematography, or even just a BA, and they need to do thousands and thousands of shoots and read all the manuals and blah blah blah. Michael is one of the kind of guys who, when he was born, he had the eye. You know what I mean? He had a cinematographer's eye. He sees things that sometimes just blow my mind, and I know that someday when he decides to become a director, he's going to be out of this world, because he has that special gift that other people just don't have. I mean, you can be technically proficient on the camera and know your lenses and know your f-stops and know your meter readings and know all your lighting that you need to know, but if you don't have that creative eye that's born in, like Michael has, it's not going to make a difference, you know what I mean? And so it's such a treat to be able to walk on the set and say, Mike, I'm looking for this shot where the camera goes like this, and he says, no, I already know what you're talking about, and he can just pick it up from my mind and then add a little bit of his creativity to it and make it even better. So the guy's a genius, and I think that he's definitely, he's going to be going places real soon.
Cancel that. We may be going somewhere else.
Not in the outside, actually trying to get some.
Like you're at the defense or something?
Yeah.
But then walk in and talk to the defense right there.
Maybe we can get inside.
He's a jock. Yeah, but he's not. He's going somewhere else. He's going to work out in the gym. Well, let's.
Where do you think? Where do you want to go for that?
What do you think of the other ones that we saw out of the two?
Those are nice, but I don't know if they're I didn't really see them unless
Okay, now please, guys. Michael.
She is an unbelievable person, really talented, put a smile on my face just about every day, and those days that she didn't, I tried to put a smile on her face because she wasn't making me smile. She knows how to run a set and run it with the balls of a man, if you can excuse me. I mean, she takes no crap from anybody, and she runs it with real tight, real structured, and fun. You know, it was fun to work with her, and I would work with her any day, for whatever amount that would have nothing to do with it, because she's just fun to be around.
As an AD, you have to be aware of what every department is doing. You don't necessarily have to know in depth certain things, but it always helps. Just, you're a problem solver and a party planner, and that's it. You plan the party and you solve the problems that occur while it's going on, and that's it. And it's, but there's so much finesse to this job that I haven't learned yet, that I haven't perfected. And yes, you work hard, but you have to work hard, because in order to get other people to work, the easiest way to get other people to work is to work hard yourself, you know, and instead of saying, you know, you work, I'm sitting here, it's better to work yourself. Everybody sees you're working, and then it inspires everybody else to sort of work, you know, because you don't want to. So yeah, but that's normal. It comes with the job. I'm not an unusual case. I mean, ADs never get a chair. You're not ever supposed to sit down on set. You know, you're supposed to be running around. It's what you get paid for.
You know what I mean? Don't walk away. Spirit on the scene and none of them talk out loud. Each other, blah, 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 blah. You're gonna come out here, you're gonna exit frame there, okay? You're gonna be here, you're waiting for your friend like this. You watch out like that here. Okay, who has watched?
For one, extras look good just in a general way, because it adds, like, people don't realize how much it adds to it. It adds life, it adds color, it adds reality to it. But, I mean, shots can be completely screwed up if an extra turns around, looks at camera, something like that, or does something that's going to distract you away from the main part of the scene. So, you know, even, you can't, we're not taking 9 takes of one scene. You know, you've got two good ones that you can choose from, and if on one the extra's doing something that's out of line, then automatically you have to throw that away. So it's really important. It's very important to keep them on the same page that we are, and have them help us out. So yeah, all the extras have been really great in helping us out, and they get a chance to see how actually out of reality kind of a film is, how it goes, how it's shot, how it's broken up, how it's done again, how it's matched later. It's a weird thing.
When those guys start walking forward, yeah. Okay, I want you guys to spread out a little, back a little bit. So yeah, so you guys are really awesome, right? So you guys come all the way back.
The people here have been really nice and very interested, and I think for the most part very welcoming and accepting. Like, some of the funnest shooting days were with, like, the extras from campus, and, like, finding out where to go afterwards, like Molly's and Otto's and Don't Go to the Jungle, and, you know, just hanging out, and, like, you know, I mean, they're very cool people, and it's a very different setting than I think a lot of us are used to. but it's one that's very nice.
I've been here since 7:15 this morning. I was here on Wednesday, also as an extra. It's just really cool hanging around the set, seeing how everything's done, being part of it. I just think it's great.
And what got me interested in becoming an extra is just for the fact that I've always wanted to act. And I thought this was the first time I could gain experience and everything, so I love it. It's cool.
I'm gonna try this different now.
I dig actors a lot. I like actors. A lot of people, you know, in the film business tend to talk bad about actors here and there. But I think that, you know, obviously you don't have actors, you don't have a film. And I look at some of the lines that I wrote, some of the dialogue, and some of the scenes, and I cringe. And I'm sure a lot of writers do. But these actors, man, they bring that stuff to life. They make it happen. You know, they take bad dialogue and turn it into good dialogue.
Yeah, you know, just see what's up. You know.
Okay, whatever. Well, it was nice to meet you. Okay, take care.
And then girls.
Well, how
Actually, they have to go there. No, they can't. They go there. I think it's you guys
I'm playing the title role, Andrew, and it's been great, man.
Can you go further even?
69 Apple, take one.
Further,
Speed.
further. There you go, right there. Let's do that. And camera speed. Set.
Quiet, please, rolling.
Victor, I need you to wash the dishes, not just run cold water over them.
See. So that's what I really like about Tennyson, you know? He has such a great command of the language. Yeah, you know, and such a great use of structure.
Yeah.
Buenas noches. Welcome to Eduardo's.
Hola. Hi, Fisher party of 4?
Have your table already, senor.
Oh, gracias. So, I mean, he's also saying about how love is about commitment and
Right.
honesty.
Right. What's the matter, Andrew? This is what you wanted, isn't it?
And that's a cut.
That's a cut.
Got a beautiful little boom in it.
Well, the movie is based on the male's point of view, a love story, a romantic comedy, and it's my love story, and it's my point of view. My character is, I wouldn't say you're stereotypical or your typical male searching for the right girl. I'm not looking, I'm not out to look. I'm just having fun with my buddies and studying and doing, you know, what a college guy would do. And this girl kind of comes around and beats me at my own game and sweeps me off my feet, so to speak. And from then on, it's the chase. It's the chase to the finish to see if I can get her, because I realize I love this girl.
Well, I think whenever you have a love triangle, you have to have someone outside of it to kind of bounce things back off of. You nut. And I think in this case, she's there to experience the relationship with Tad. She's there to kind of resolve some conflict in the triangle, because she winds up, we don't want to say what happens with her and Joe afterwards, but because the three can't stay three, it'll be too much tension and nothing's going to be resolved. I think her part and her position is to some of that, and this way the two leading loves can end up together, and the one left behind isn't as hurt. Let's hope. Let's hope.
Watch this journey. She's our AD. Listen to her for your direction.
So go to pick it up. Thanks for coming, you guys. Cool.
Oh, great shot! I didn't do anything. I didn't look. Now I'm looking. Now I'm not.
Well, you gotta react when you hit head.
I know. You kept going forward.
I didn't hit your head at all. Okay, what we're gonna do is have you two. Okay. You'll go right after Heidi right here in the black coat.
I had a blast. It's my first feature film, so it's a tremendous learning experience, and I'm just like so happy to have the opportunity. you know. And I just love Grand Marnier margarita. Boy, tasty. I had a blast. I can't wait to do my next one.
Joe, listen, no, I'm not talking to you, man. You're an asshole and a liar. Fuck you! Look, give me a chance to explain, okay? Explain? No, I think, Joe, we slept together was explanation enough. Just happened, okay? I didn't plan for it. Every time I was late for class because there was a sock on the door, I laughed it off. I said to myself, hey, Andrew's your best friend. He's the guy you make sacrifices for. And then someday, in return, he'll make a sacrifice for you. And then I tell you I'm in love with Shayna, and all I can think about day and night is Shayna. And then you go and do this. When are you going to make a sacrifice? Huh, Drew? When are you going to give me something in return?
Right now.
What?
Look, I want you to date her. What I did was wrong, and I think you should date her.
What?
You should date her, okay?
I can't date her now.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, forget it, man. It's ruined. I can't date her now.
Why not? Look, it's because of the sex. Jesus, she's no virgin. That's good. Better get out that anger. That's good.
Wow, you're the first person I ever punched.
Better me than someone like Steve.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry I punched you.
I deserve it. Don't worry about it.
Look, I'm gonna go. I'll see you back at the room.
Joe, you don't have to go. You know, you can come back in there with me.
No, I'm gonna go. I think it'd be best.
That's it. That's what we're looking for. Great.
Joe is, you know, a very nice guy who is rather clueless when it comes to
I'm sure they'll love it
social interactions. He tries too hard to fit into, you know, he worries a bit too much about how to do things as opposed to just relaxing and just being himself. And he's, you know, he's very nice. He's, you know, he means well. He just has a tendency of tripping over himself a lot.
So the first day of filming, it was kind of funny because the first shot that I did was like one of the peak moments in the film, you know, and we shot it first. So, but that was, you know, that was fine. That's cool. You just have to know the script and know where you're coming from and, you know what your relationship with your partner is at the time. And,
Action.
but as far as
So, Joe, what are you doing tomorrow night?
Oh, you know, drinking, making sure things don't matter. You know, guy stuff. Nothing. Why?
Because Elkie and I are going to the DZ party tomorrow, and I thought you might like to join us.
Sure.
Joe, I don't know about the DZ. You know what they say? Easy DZ. Never know what they got.
No, Andrew, actually, I've never heard of that.
How is it that guys can have double standards and yet no standards at the same time?
I wonder how it is that girls can say yes and cut your heart out at the same time.
If I had actually cut someone's heart out this weekend, I might have actually had a more eventful weekend.
Well, here's to your eventful, uneventful weekend, Shayna.
And here's to your lack of sensitivity, your deceitfulness, and
Cut. Great.
yeah, that was tough.
I need to know. I can't go by myself. Look at me. Besides, you promised, man.
Well, I'll be sitting on the bed.
Right.
So you can.
Right. What? You gotta go. I can't go by myself. Look at me. You promised, man. Come on.
All right. Give me half an hour, okay? Stay away.
No. You got 5 minutes, man. We gotta go now. All the checkpoints will be gone if we don't get there.
Give me half an hour, like I said.
Dude, you have got 5 minutes, nothing more. Now hurry.
going around again. Is there business after that?
No, it's just this man took me falling back out of the bed. I'm like,
His job is more or less just to react to you at that point.
Yeah.
So you gotta give him a lot of stuff to react to. Give him something that would make him cheer up.
Okay.
And you were doing it. You were right on, I think, but it was like just a little bit shy of that.
Yeah.
It was, it seemed like it was just too rehearsed or something.
Yeah, I'm still tentative and the timing and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's tough. I mean, it's tough stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
but that's all right. And we told him that he's going to make sure he looks at you when you burn a cigarette in your hands. There's a reason for you doing it to him, you know, to make him even finally put him over the edge. Okay, you know.
Right.
And then you book out. You know, the stuff you did in the hallway was great because you're a psycho guy and you run for no reason.
Yeah.
So it's got to be that mentality at this point.
Okay.
We saw it.
Dude. What? The greenhouse is jumping and it's calling our names. Dad, Drew, Dad. Wait, you gotta go, man. I can't go by myself. Look at me. You promised, man. Come on. Well, no. We gotta go now, man. The check files will be gone if we don't get there. Come on.
Dad, give me half an hour, okay?
Got 5 minutes, man.
I think the most important thing that stands out in my mind that I can bring back from this experience is that and this is my own perspective, that I was able to touch people and make them I could help them deal with their problems in a way that was constructive as opposed to a way that was maybe out of line or just wasn't helpful. And what happened was for some reason I had a patience, which I mostly don't have, and I think I learned that just from not really being familiar with the job and wanting to do my best. And it was like was like, okay, we'll deal with problems and we'll get by and we'll make the best of the situation. And things just fell into place. And I don't know if it was because of a fantastic crew. I don't know if it was because of the locations and being at NIU. It just, things fell into place. And it was really exciting for me to see that problems could be solved and that even the solutions might not be what that person wants, but it's a solution that is good for not only that person, but good for the production. And it's kind of what I took away from this. And I know now how to deal with people and deal with situations and not to get hot under my head and think, oh, well, this guy's just, you know, he doesn't know what he's talking about, as opposed to, well, okay, yeah, I understand that. Let's work with it and see what we can do. That's kind of what I got.
Well, Language of Love started, actually, I should backtrack a little bit. Our first feature film that David Miller, producer, and myself did together was called 3 Days, and that was a real personal film. And we were in the middle of post-production of that film, doing the editing and the sound mixing and everything like that. And one day, Dave and I were driving to the editing house.
And Adrian was telling me a story about how he was experience he had in college, and we just kept on talking about college, and I never went away to school, so I was really, you know, curious, and this was just conversation. And then later on we decided that, gosh, that'd be a great idea for a film, and we wanted to do something for our second film together that was a little less serious, a little less emotional and personal, and something that we think would be a lot of fun for people to watch.
And so we started to work together the plot structure and how the movie was going to, you know, sort of hammer itself out. And in a matter of maybe an hour stuck in traffic, we had our first draft already in our heads, ready to roll. And we went to that day's edit session and we cut the picture, and then we came back that night to the office and I started writing and wrote through the night. And the next day I had a good 90 pages written first draft of this Language of Love. And then it just evolved from there, including another writer by the name of Dan Bingley, who's actually located on the NIU campus here. He helped with the story ideas, and the movie went from a 90-page screenplay to 145 pages at one point, back down to 90 and back up.
We go out and we make it like if we had $10 million, and I think it shows in the finished product. the finished product. So everyone's excited about it. We're wrapping up production now, and we can't wait to get to the next step to edit it and premiere it so everyone can see it. And hopefully in about 6 or 8 months from now, when we do get to see that, everyone will love it, and we'll be out thinking about making our next movie, hopefully together. So far so good. We'll see how it goes though.
Finishing shooting is always an odd thing. I was talking to our second assistant director the other night, Mitch Kelleher, and Mitch and I were discussing what it feels like emotionally to finish a big film shoot after 3-4 weeks of being stuck together in one little town and in the same houses and getting to know all these different personalities. And it's good and bad. It's good in that you can get back to some regular life and have kind of like, pay your bills and see your friends again and go out with your girlfriends or boyfriends and, sort of get a decent meal. But it's also bad because you've just made, intense 3 weeks of friendships where you're night and day, 18 hours a day, maybe even 20 sometimes, you're with the same people and you become such a tight-knit group and all of a sudden, boom, it's over. There's no, you're not weaned off of a shoot. It's not like you do a half a day and then a quarter of a day and then an eighth of a day and then eventually everyone goes home. It's just, 20 hours, 20 hours, 20 hours, 14 hours, 14 hours, and boom, you're gone, and everyone's home. And you may never see some of the people again the rest of your life because they may, for whatever reason, never cross the same paths. So hopefully you work with them. We work with a lot of the same people. But, here, people, actors and whatnot, certain crew members come and go. And it's a weird feeling. It's like leaving a family or leaving something else. It sort of hits you down deep, So it's good in one respect because you can get your normal life back together, but it's bad in the other respect because you just feel like a loss, And it's also good because I'm so antsy to get into the editing room, and start cutting the picture together and get it done so these people who worked on it can see it, So I don't know. It's mixed emotions.
And thanks, seriously, thank you people of NIU, because it's really nice to be in a welcoming environment, and the people here have all been really cool, so.
Will you remember us when you become famous?
I can't go by myself. Look at me. You promised. You're gonna do that. I'm gonna slap. You're gonna do that on his bank? Yeah. Okay.
It'd be great. Do just like this, like the perverted Macarena, That'll help them all.
I didn't worry about his falling down with some pencils.
I can even look right over here.
Thanks for coming, you guys. Come on. Thanks for coming, you guys. Come on.
We're shooting The Language of Love, and today we are shooting in Gilbert Hall with Shayna and Elkie. So, take it away, Con.
Hi, I'd just like to say that the last guy isn't really he actually is a homeless guy that we fed, so
You guys maybe see this shot. Did you guys see this?
Hope you like the show. Come see it if it gets out in the theaters. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
That's great. Yo, I've got to take kisses. This is a kiss booth.
The cast. Oh, besides the fact that we managed to ward away a bunch of vampires, and I just love Grand Mariner Margarita. Boy, tasty. By what he wants, and he's and yet he gives us enough freedom to, like, we come up with, and we did a show over a year and a half ago based on the Democratic Convention.
About his favorite scene.
Oh yeah, what was your favorite scene of the movie? The popular age-old question. Yeah.
Oh. I was putting something in your hair. Oh, new hairdo.
So, we bury the body right here. Right here. Okay? You take some of the leaves, bury it up here. Here's all the evidence.
Basketball star. Wade Robin.
Let's go, Cal.
I just got from the bar, so it's not that bad.
If anyone watches this that's interested in making a movie, just to know that you can do it. You know, I'm 25 years old and I've done 2 features already, and it's something that you can do. It takes time, it takes hooking up with the right people, but once you set your mind to it, it's like anything else. It's like building a house or putting on an addition to, you know, something, your shed, you know. I mean, you can do it. It's just a matter of doing it, and that's the biggest thing I've learned.
Personally, how did you